Since the beginning of time, humankind has sought perfection, at whatever the cost. Brutal workouts, impossible diets, a swift right to the head. We'll face almost anything to improve ourselves. And scientists are in our corner. Around the world, researchers are traveling deep into our bodies to discover how to build the perfect human being. But finally reaching this goal, still hard work. Every day we're bombarded with information. Exercise reverses aging. Music helps your brain grow. You can be fat and fit. But are any of these things true? My name is Dr. Jennifer Gardy, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to find out. My mission is to discover if we can become fitter, younger, and smarter by putting these claims to the test and finding out, once and for all, whether they're myth or science. Here's one that's been around for thousands of years. Our belief that when it comes to aging, you can slow the clock, even turn back time itself. Sadly, not a winning proposition. Right now, our world is in the midst of an extraordinary demographic shift, one that will literally change the way we look. By the year 2050, the number of adults over the age of 60, and that's going to include me, is going to more than triple to over 2 billion people. So what about this claim? Exercise can actually reverse aging. Myth or science?
Hey Jen, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. You gonna go a bit more?
Yeah, I got a bit of energy. Dr. Mark Tarnopolsky is the Energizer Bunny, an elite endurance athlete, a medical doctor, and a researcher at McMaster University.
From the time I was a kid, I was very interested in exercise. I probably would have been diagnosed with ADHD, I'm sure. So it was sort of a natural extension for me as I got older to run in the forest, to cross-country ski. And knowing how I feel when I exercise, it seemed to be something that I just wanted to evaluate more in a medical and clinical context.
Actually, Dr. T is being very modest. His goal is a little bigger than that. He wants to discover if exercise is literally the fountain of youth.
5 more minutes. Exactly.
To do that, he's testing people like Fran Hislop, who's 70, to see if he can repair the damage caused by aging.
I was having a harder time getting up and down stairs, like my muscles didn't seem to be as strong.
Like Fran, as we get older, the cellular engines that power our bodies start breaking down. These engines are called mitochondria. Besides keeping us going, they also repair damage to our bodies. When the mitochondria stop firing on all cylinders, it can lead to everything from gray hair and wrinkled skin to diabetes and dementia.
Now we're going to go down and take a look at the mice.
What got Dr. Tarnopolsky excited about the potential of turning back the clock with exercise were his results with lab mice. The ones that did no exercise at all aged dramatically.
You can probably see
Holy.
on the bottom, you can see the difference in the fur.
Yeah, his fur's completely gray. It looks almost a bit bald on the bottom, too.
Especially on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yes.
These
Okay.
sedentary mice also have cataracts, enlarged hearts, and small gonads. But the active mice who worked out 3 times a week were a different story. It appeared that exercise had stopped them from getting old.
8, 2 more.
Now, Dr. T wants to find out if he can replicate these results in humans. If exercise can stop the aging process, the skin is the easiest place to discover proof.
Last one. This is it. There it is.
So that's where Dr. T is looking.
Hi Francis, how are you doing?
Oh, good.
How's the training coming?
Very good.
Good, good.
Before Fran started her training, Dr. T took a biopsy from a part of her body that hardly ever sees the sun. her butt.
Tuck that in, just exposed right there. You can barely see where you had the other one done.
Now, after 3 months of riding a bike 3 times a week, she's back for another.
Just got the little sample here. Okay.
We all think that as we get older, our skin wrinkles because it gets thinner. But it's a little more complicated than that. Fran's skin is made up of 2 key parts. The outer layer is called the stratum corneum. Below it is the dermis. As we age, the outer part actually gets thicker, while the lower layer gets thinner. That's what gives us wrinkles. Using a powerful microscope and computer, Dr. Tarnopolsky's team measures Fran's stratum corneum. If exercise really can reverse aging, it should be thinner.
So this is a pretty intimate look inside Fran. This is Fran's buttocks, actually. Wow.
If you look here at the outside, this is the corneum, and you can see it's fairly thick.
Yep.
And this is before she started training, and here we now have 3 months after training. When we take our measurements, it's actually thinned by about 20%. So this skin looks much more like someone who's in their 40s.
Fran has gone from 70 to basically 40 in terms of skin. This is 3 months of exercise?
Exactly.
Claim proven. Just 3 days of exercise a week restarted Fran's mitochondrial engines, helping to repair her damaged skin cells. Fran's eyesight also improved, along with her strength and health.
Come on. Come on. So why go out and buy all these things to try and make yourself feel better? And your skin and your other parts of your body and your strength will feel much better all over.
Come on, taking me for a walk.
I know what you're thinking. All this anti-aging stuff is great, except for one thing: the time it takes to work out. I try to exercise 3 to 4 hours a week because that's what I thought you had to do to stay fit. So, how do we all benefit from Dr. Tarnopolsky's amazing discoveries if we just don't have the time?
If our next claim is true, well, there might be hope for all of us. Supposedly, just a few minutes working as hard as you possibly can is the equivalent of a much, much longer endurance workout.
Push, 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 go, 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 go.
To check this one out, I'm putting myself at the mercy of another McMaster researcher, Dr. Martin
All the way,
Gabala.
that's it. Go, 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 go.
Maybe this was a
Push,
mistake.
push, turn those legs. Come on, go, 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 go. That's it, Lauren. Keep going, keep going.
Dr. Gabala is also worried about time for exercise. So he asked a crazy question. Could short bursts of really high-intensity training be as effective as an endurance workout?
Go, 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 go. Good job, good job.
To find out, Dr. G needed a guinea pig. That's me.
Good job, Jen. Keep turning the pedals. Come on, this is where it counts.
Dr. Gabala is getting a baseline measurement of my fitness level.
Keep pushing. Go, go, go. Get up that hill.
Then I'll do 2 weeks of high-intensity training, and he'll test me again.
Get up. Come on, keep going, keep going.
Yep, this hurts.
Well, we know the #1 cited barrier to regular exercise training is lack of time. So if we can find some options that are grounded in good science, that's a worthwhile research enterprise for me.
Really important at the end. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Okay, good job.
Now that he's got my baseline numbers, Dr. Gabala is cutting me loose to see if this high-intensity training method really works. I've got a plan, I've got a place, I've even got a message from Dr. G. Feels a bit like my own Mission Impossible.
Okay, Jen, it's time to start. I don't care where you are, but you're gonna give us 10 one-minute hard efforts. That could be running stairs, that could be running in the park outside, that could be cycling on the hotel bike. So it's time to get going, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
High-intensity training is brutal in its simplicity. I work as hard as I can for 1 minute, go easy for a minute, and repeat 10 times. Although HIIT hurts a lot, I only have to work out 3 times a week. Do the math. That's just 30 minutes of exercise. What intrigues Dr. Gabala is that high-intensity training might work because of the way our bodies have evolved over thousands of years.
If you look at kids play in a park, this much more resembles a natural form of play. You know, kids run around, chase each other, take a break, chase each other again. Kids don't go and jog for 30 minutes at a time. And so there's a school of thought that maybe people like this type of training because it feels more natural.
Now it's time for Dr. Gabala's team to gather the data that will verify whether high-intensity training has improved my overall fitness. Most important is calculating my VO2 max, how much oxygen my body can transport.
Keep going, keep going. Great job, Jen.
Then it's on to a 10-kilometer time trial. It measures whether my muscles are using this oxygen more efficiently now.
Good work, good work.
There it is!
Go, 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 go. Good job. Awesome work.
Now where's the champagne? So, does high-intensity training really work?
So in your VO2 max value, it went from 34.1 to 38.1 after training, which is an improvement of 12%. That's a huge change in such a short period of time. Literally
2.5 weeks.
Exactly,
Oh my
8 training
goodness.
sessions.
Wow.
And so that's really comparable to what we would see with a much longer period of endurance training involving a lot more exercise.
It was hard when I was doing it. It was not the easiest thing in the world, and you really had to power through and make sure you were giving it your all on the intervals and finishing them and sticking to your schedule. But I am blown away by the data. Like these are incredible numbers.
Really important at the end. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Hard as you can.
Don't you ever give up?
Hard as you can. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning.
When we think perfection, most of us think thin, right? So, is the quest hopeless if you're obese? Not if this next claim is true. Supposedly, you can be fat and fit. Science fact or science fiction? When it comes to our quest for perfection, we want results, and we want them now. Last year in North America, 50 million people went on a diet. But did they really need to? Here's a claim.
You can actually be fat and fit at the same time. Myth or science?
Anik Rudnitsky's been active since she was young, but she's always been overweight. She teaches snowboarding, plays rugby, even rows, but she's never been able to lose that extra fat.
I wasn't the typical, skinny little kid where you can see their bones.
Like so many, Anik grew up hearing that being fit meant being thin. It's a belief that Dr. Jennifer Cook is putting to the test. She studies obesity at York University in Toronto and has a unique way to check out this claim. A little competition. Anik versus me. First step, who's fatter? The traditional measurement is BMI, body mass index, a simple calculation using height and weight. I'm 5'6" and 123 pounds. Anik is also 5'6", but she's 170 pounds. That gives her a BMI of 28, right on the edge of the obese range.
This stuff?
See, my BMI is 20. That's normal.
Okay. Anik, how do you feel? Good? Good.
But BMI only goes skin deep. For this competition, we need a more precise way of measuring fat.
First image here.
Nothing beats an MRI. This machine can see it all. Not just the flab you can pinch with your fingers, but also the stuff hiding between your bones and organs, the visceral fat.
How are you doing?
Good. I feel like I'm in a photocopier.
Okay, Jen, I'm gonna start with a test image here.
Looking at Anik's MRI was bad enough, but seeing my own fat, creepy. And fat isn't the only thing the MRI can detect.
Can you tell what we ate for lunch?
Not exactly, but it looks like you ate more.
I did, actually. That's true.
Yeah, she ate a burrito while I ate salad.
First up, it's our visceral fat measurement.
For relative comparisons, you probably have about 5 centimeters squared, and Anik is closer to about 30 centimeters squared.
In terms of total fat, I'm carrying about 24 pounds, while Anik has 44 pounds. So Anik is definitely fatter, but the real question is, who's fitter? For researchers like Dr. Cook, this question is becoming increasingly important.
There's this notion that if you're thin, you must be fit, but that's not always true. There are many individuals who have a very healthy body weight, but also have a very low aerobic fitness, which puts them at higher risk for chronic diseases. You're doing fantastic, Anik. Just need you to keep going. Push, push, push. Okay, finish off this level, and then give me one more. Come on.
Thanks to my high-intensity training,
Finish off this level.
I've already
Finish
done this
level out,
VO2
please.
max test. Anik,
No problem.
not so
And then
lucky.
give me one more. Okay, one more level. You got it in you. Come on, you can push. Keep going. You're doing great. Okay, great job.
My VO2 max was 38.1, which I thought was pretty good.
And me?
Anik did a little bit better than you. She got 57.
Yes,
which,
I beat you! Ha! I did it.
A little bit better.
yeah, which would put her in the excellence category.
Amazing.
Can this start? Okay, step
Myth
into the other.
busted.
Obviously, every girl wants to lose weight to look the norm. But now I know that I don't have to be the norm.
Where are you going?
Wipe out.
Okay.
It's awesome that some people can be fat and fit. But what if I can't push myself to get out of bed in the morning to work out? Or if I blow all the hard work by eating the wrong things, like donuts. I love donuts. Researchers can show me the path to perfection, but there's one thing they can't do. Give us the willpower to resist temptation. Or can they?
This is so hard! Not to eat this sweet!
Decades ago, Stanford University ran a very simple test that revealed something very profound about willpower.
Come back in, Mummy. I've been so good.
Come back in 10 minutes.
4-year-olds like Theo were given a candy. They would get a second one only if they could resist eating it for 10 whole minutes. Forever at this age.
When is it only 10 minutes? 10 minutes.
Some children couldn't wait at all, while some held out for a little while. But only 1/3 were like Theo, who lasted the whole 10 minutes. Decades later, the Stanford researchers followed up with the kids in the first study and made some startling discoveries. The children who showed less willpower tended to be overweight as adults, scored lower on standardized tests, and had more problems with drug addiction.
Not the best news when it comes to our quest for perfection. Unless, of course, our next claim is true, that willpower is like a muscle that can be exercised and strengthened. Myth or science?
To find out, we have to assess something that's happening inside our brain. But how do we do that? According to Dr. Stephen Bray, who studies self-regulation,
You sure you don't want the donut?
it isn't easy, but he's come up with an ingenious method,
Really sure.
and he's going to use it to measure how much willpower I have. Dr. Bray starts by putting my brain to work with something called a Stroop test.
Okay.
And as you'll see on the sheets, that there are the names of colors. They're printed in different colored ink.
Yep.
My task is to say the color of the ink rather than read the word. This will force me to use my willpower to override my instinct to read what's on the page. But there's one more challenge.
Right, I have your cell phone here in my pocket, and I want to put that here beside you. All right, now I want you just to pay attention to and go as quickly as you can through the list of words. Ignore your cell phone altogether and to carry on with this test.
That's tough.
Right.
That's tough.
Right.
The goal is to see how many words I read and how many mistakes I make.
Good to go?
Good to go.
All right, on your mark, set, go.
Green, blue, yellow, green, blue, black, orange, gray, pink, blue, blue, pink, black, green, yellow, orange, pink, blue, green, green, blue, green, blue, gray, be quiet, telephone.
Oh, my brain hurts.
Orange, pink, black, blue, yellow, green, green, blue, yellow, blue,
Okay, you can
blue.
stop.
Oh, thank you. That is actually really, really, really hard. And every time that thing went off, it threw me off my rainbow game. How did I do?
I can't tell you yet, but did you want to check your phone?
Yes.
Well, the Stroop test was just plain exhausting. The challenge with this one is to stay focused and on task.
Perfect, we're all set to go there.
My job is to squeeze this hand grip hard enough to stay above the line for as long as possible.
Resist the temptation to let go.
Once again, I've got to use my willpower to force myself to keep going, even though my hand is killing me.
It's starting to fade, but I'm trying to hold on.
Hang on.
My paw is
Now
getting
keep it up above.
tired.
Keep it up above.
88 seconds. And I read 755 words on the Stroop test. This is my baseline, Dr. Bray's measurement of how much willpower I have. The question now is, can that willpower be strengthened?
We would tend to think of this along the lines of what it is we would see in a muscle, right? So we know that people who are stronger are able to do greater feats, right? And so is it possible that people can have more strength in their willpower, and that strength, just like we can do with physical training, can it be developed?
To find out, Dr. Bray's given me some brain exercises. Now, I'm a righty, but for the next 2 weeks, he's ordered me to use my left hand for everything. This should force me to exercise my willpower, but will it actually strengthen it? Back at the lab, it's time to take on the Stroop test again.
You good to go then?
Good to
All right,
go.
ready, set, and go.
Orange, gray, green, gray, orange, black, yellow, green, pink, blue, yellow, green, orange, green, blue, yellow, black, orange, pink, gray, yellow, orange, orange, blue, green, blue, blue.
If the brain exercises really have strengthened my willpower, I should do better on both of these tests.
That's it, resist, Jen.
But did I?
Right, you did 10 minutes of the Stroop test again. quite a few more words this time, 877, and remarkably the same number of errors, so very few, only 15.
Excellent.
But the big standout result here is how you did on the second, the hand grip test.
All right, let me know.
140 seconds.
Whoa! So I went from 88 seconds post-Stroop test in round 1. 2 weeks later, after my little toothbrush training sessions, 140 seconds. That's a gain of, what, almost a minute, basically.
Yeah.
The willpower really is a muscle, and you can go to the brain gym and work it out.
Yep, and you can do that all at home.
Go out and face all the donuts in the world now. Next, when it comes to willpower, there's one habit that's hard to kick: our coffee addiction. But do we need to? And is a raw food diet really better for us? It's a drug, but we love it. Not surprising, caffeine is the main chemical component in the 500 billion cups of coffee we drink every year. So if I'm striving for perfection, shouldn't I kick my coffee addiction? There's a lot of back and forth debate about coffee. Yes, it's good for you. No, it's not. Well, today we're gonna settle the score once and for all with science and a little bit of saliva. Look away. It's my spit in a tube. In our struggle to understand our complicated relationship with coffee, there's a new tool, DNA, and a new field, nutrigenomics. And Dr. Ahmed El-Sahimi from the University of Toronto is on the cutting edge.
Well, the first thing we have to do is isolate the DNA from the saliva, and that'll take about a day or two. And well, we've known for some time that individuals respond differently to the foods they consume, but now using modern genomic technologies, we're able to pinpoint specific variations in certain genes that can explain why one person would respond differently than another to the same thing that they consume.
The perfect tool to study the impact of coffee on our body. And what's a good experiment without another guinea pig? Or two? Ryan Butler is a self-confessed coffee addict who gets the shakes without regular hits of caffeine. Luckily, he's a barista.
I'm always drinking it, tasting it, trying different beans, experimenting with roasts, different blends, and I'll drink up to 4 or 5 cups a day when I'm at work.
One of Ryan's regular customers is Charles Jevin. He's just started drinking coffee, and he's pretty sure his habit isn't doing too much damage. And he may be onto something. Coffee contains hundreds of helpful compounds, things like antioxidants that protect our DNA from damage. But there's a problem. Caffeine trumps all of these. It binds to our blood vessels, causing them to constrict. This can increase blood pressure and potentially trigger a heart attack. To see if they could change this caffeine equation, scientists looked deep into our genetic code. What they discovered in some people was a unique variation in an enzyme called CYP1A2.
When you consume a cup of coffee, the caffeine enters your circulation. When it gets passed through the liver, your body breaks it down using CYP1A2.
This makes the caffeine easier to metabolize so you can get it out of your body faster. That way, you can benefit from all the goodies in coffee while avoiding the harmful effects of caffeine. So, what about the DNA from our guinea pigs?
Well, we do have both of your results. And Ryan, you are a fast metabolizer.
So I can keep drinking 4 cups a day.
It will not increase your risk of heart disease or hypertension.
Great.
Now, Charles, as a slow metabolizer, that means you need to limit your coffee consumption to no more than 2 cups a day. And if you do feel like more coffee, it's probably better to reach for the decaf.
Really? Interesting.
How common is it to be a fast metabolizer?
In the population, roughly half are fast metabolizers and half are slow metabolizers.
Okay. So, coffee can be good for you, especially if you're a fast metabolizer. If you're not, stick to 1 or 2 cups a day or drink decaf. But what about me?
And you'll be happy to know you are a fast metabolizer.
Yay! I win at coffee. Oh, look. Hello, well-timed coffee.
In my quest to create a better me, nothing's more critical than what I put in my body. I'm off the hook on coffee, but what about the rest of my diet?
Hundreds of thousands of years ago, before humans figured out how to use fire to cook our foods, everything we ate was raw. Today, the raw diet is all the rage again, with aficionados claiming that cooking our food destroys valuable nutrients. But is this food fact or food fiction?
To find out, I've turned to Dr. Massimo Marcone. He's a food scientist at the University of Guelph. When he's not teaching, he travels the world hunting for bizarre and unusual foods.
And you produce all these yourself? That's fantastic. This was one of my favorite spots.
He's even discovered something here.
Special treat?
Just for you.
Oh no, a raw Brussels sprout. How thoughtful.
A lot of vegetables like Brussels sprouts and broccoli, they're actually good if you eat them raw. Go ahead and take a bite.
Really? Raw? Ugh.
Jen, I've eaten things that are far, far worse.
Brussels sprouts are known as brassica plants. Biting into them releases phytoalexins that can help fight cancer. You get more of these little guys when you eat brassica vegetables raw. Looks like our claim could be true. To find out for sure if raw food really is more nutritious, Dr. Marcone has set up a little experiment.
That should be good, Jen.
First step, blend up some raw carrot. Then cook the same amount, lab style of course.
Then we're going to test how much beta-carotene is in them.
Probably the most important nutrient you get from a carrot.
Exactly.
That's why it's called beta-carotene.
Exactly.
The final step, measure the concentration of beta-carotene in both samples down to 1/1000th of a gram. The results are clear. The cooked carrots are definitely more nutritious. They have 30% more beta-carotene than the raw ones. The same goes for vegetables like spinach, mushrooms, asparagus, and peppers.
If all of us went to a raw food diet, there would be people that would suffer from malnutrition. There would be certain nutrients that would not be able to be absorbed, and therefore it would have an impact on our health.
Myth busted. While some raw veggies, like our Brussels sprouts, do provide benefits, well, so do cooked foods. In fact, cooking releases key nutrients that wouldn't be available otherwise. In the end, the best diet is one that combines a little bit of both.
So when it comes to eating, there's no magic bullet. But what about the organ that runs the whole show, our brain? Is there a magic bullet that can improve it? If this next claim is true, there is. In this quest for perfection, there's one part of my body I'd really like to enhance. No, not that. I'm talking about my brain.
We've all heard the claim, right? That we only use 10% of our brain's power? Is it true? Nuh-uh.
In reality, even simple jobs make our brains very busy. As I read, the occipital lobe of my cerebral cortex helps me see the words, while my frontal lobes help me respond to what I'm reading. I'm enjoying these strawberries thanks to the parietal lobe that handles taste and texture, and my temporal lobe lets me hear my music.
So where'd that 10% number come from? Well, it probably stems from the fact that about 10% of our brain is gray matter, the neurons, the things that are doing the heavy lifting. The other 90% is white matter. That's there to support the gray matter. But here's the thing. Gray matter, white matter, it doesn't matter because We use the whole thing. And that makes our brain a pretty powerful tool in our quest for perfection.
But is it powerful enough to improve itself? According to this next claim, yes. Supposedly, we can repair some brain damage with nothing more than music. Myth or science? Mike DeMarinis knows what it feels like to almost die. 3 years ago, he was on the driving range when he realized he couldn't move his left hand.
All of a sudden, this funny taste in my mouth, and then I passed out and I lost 2 weeks of memory. What they told me later was that I had massive hemorrhaging in the brain.
When Mike finally woke from his coma, his left side was partially paralyzed and completely numb.
It was hard to accept because I'm left-handed. So I had to relearn how to do everything with my right hand.
It's the kind of tragedy Myriam Villeneuve sees every day. She's an occupational therapist at McGill University in Montreal. She's also an accomplished classical pianist.
I've always loved music. I play the piano since I'm 4 years old. But I kind of always knew I wanted to integrate music in my job. So I started working in stroke care. And what I want you to do is take one block at a time with your left hand and put it in the other container. Exactly.
For Myriam, the answer was a new type of therapy and a unique experiment. An experiment that will try to improve Mike's damaged brain with music. The process begins with a series of baseline tests.
It's something that might seem very simple to do, but it requires so much concentration and so much effort. I mean, it's a simple task, but at this point in my life, it's very difficult.
And time's up.
Mike's stroke damaged his motor cortex, making it hard for his brain to send messages to his arm, hand, and fingers. When we play music, it activates the auditory cortex, the area right next door. Myriam wants to discover if this connection can be used to repair Mike's brain.
So I think that this concept of auditory motor coactivation is really interesting. Now what we're trying to discover is whether music therapy can activate the motor cortex of Mike's brain and create new connections and pathways and actually to rehabilitate the damage done by the stroke. Very good.
Rhythm and movement is the key to stimulating the auditory part of Mike's brain.
It's multitasking, and that is the hardest thing that you could ask someone to do after a stroke.
For the next 3 weeks, Mike must play as often as possible.
It's just moving my fingers, but it's also following the beat, trying to follow a rhythm. It's a lot difficult than just taking an object and moving it from one place to another. Three.
Last time he was here, Mike moved 18 blocks in a minute.
And that's 30 and 31.
Yes.
Oh
right.
my.
All right.
I'm really happy and actually very surprised with Mike's performance. Not only did he improve on the piano task, but we could see that he also improved a lot on all the clinical tests that we have assessed him on. Really nice.
This is my best ever.
And Mike's not alone. Miriam's findings are backed by studies in Germany and Spain. Before music therapy, there was very little activity in the motor cortex of participants who'd had a stroke. After therapy, activation in this area increased dramatically.
I'm so glad to see and hear him saying how much he feel he improved, how much confidence he have in himself doing all kind of activities.
Evidence that even in Mike's extreme situation, it's possible to improve the brain.
One thing that I really found was that as a person, I want to get better. I want to function more like a normal person. I realized that everything starts in the brain, and so the more you push your brain to reconfigure itself, the better it is. Bravo, 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 bravo. You're good. You're a very good teacher.
Here's another brain claim you've probably heard from mom or a relationship counselor. Never go to bed angry or upset.
So, is it true or an old wives' tale? Well, turns out this one is true. At the University of Massachusetts, scientists discovered that people shown upsetting, violent images right before they went to sleep were equally affected by those same images the next morning. Meanwhile, a second group of people were shown the same images in the morning, then they had a full day, and then went to bed. When they saw those images again the next day, they were far less affected. In other words, sleep helps to preserve negative emotions instead of allowing them to dissipate. Looks like Mom was right on this one. Thanks, Mom.
Human beings are hardwired to seek perfection. It's part of the process of creation, whether it's extraordinary new music or art, or the improvement of our lives and our bodies. Around the world, scientists are constantly making new discoveries that allow us to continue this quest. But there's still so much we don't know. Will exercising on an empty stomach help you burn more fat? Is it easier for men to lose weight than women? Can chocolate really lower your blood pressure? The answers are out there, and I'm going to find them as I continue my quest to separate myth from science.